Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Dharma family service here on April 11th. We'd like to begin our service with Sutra chanting. And so today we will chant Juseige, and the words will be on the screen. Namandam, namandam, namandam. Gagon chosegan Hishimu jodo Shigan fumanzok Seifu joshogak Gao muryoko Fui dai seshu Fusai shobingu Seifu joshogak Gashi jobutsudo Myosho chojippo Kukyo mishomo Seifu joshogak Ryokujin shonen Joe shubongyo Shigumu jodo Isho tenin shi Jinniki and Daiko Fusho Musado Shoujo Sankumyo Kosai Shuyakunam Kaiichi Egen Meshi Konmoan Heisoku Shoakudo Tsudatsu Zen Shumon Koso Jomanzok Iyo Jippo Nichigatsu Shujuki Tenko Onpugen Ishu Kai Hozo Koseku Dokuho Jodai Shuchu Seppo Shishiku Kuyo Isai Butsu Gusoku Shutoku Hom Gane Shitsujo Man Tokui Sangayo Yobutsu Mugechi Tsudatsu Mifusho Gangaku Erik Toshi Sai Shosom Shiganya Koka Daisen Okando Koku Shoten Touchin Yoke Namandabu 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 Ganni Shikudoku Byodo Seisai Dohoten Modaishin Ojo Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida. Okay, next we will have the three treasures. And that will be on the screen next too. The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the Buddha Dharma? Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be freed from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of your way to enlightenment, wake ourselves your supreme will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord, in your life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through myriad ages of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandam, namandam, namandam. Okay, hold on just a sec. I'm back. Thank you, everyone. Welcome to, again, to our Dharma family service. This month is April, and so the special service for this month is Hanamatsuri, which we did last week, and that is our celebration of Shakyamuni Buddha's birthday. Right, so Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha, born in India about 2,500 years ago. And we had a really nice service last week. We had kind of a musical service. And so if you haven't had a chance to watch that, it's on our YouTube channel. So you might want to take a look later. We had all kinds of different stuff, huh? We did the chanting in kind of a musical way with a drone and with a drum kind of beating. We had a guest speaker who I'll mention a little bit later, talking as a musician, right, and as an educator. We had some Dharma school kids pictures, right, set to in Lumbini's garden. But then something really special, we had a brand new Gatha by one of our junior YBA graduates, alumni, right, Haru. And so that was really nice. And you'll be able to watch, you can watch that too on YouTube. We have a link to it on our website. So if you want to listen to that again or watch it again, because it has a special guest on bass, you can see that linked on our website. It's a song called Little Buddha. And it's a great song. I've been singing it in my head like every day. And so I've been posting it all over the place, right? That's the fun with social media. You can, post things and get people to watch. So I think it's definitely gotten over 200 hits, 200 views in 2 days, 3 days. So that was pretty cool. I also posted it on a base forum on my instructor's base forum, just to show the video. I didn't, I am a Buddhist minister and a bassist, and so I was trying to post it more as bassist in the video. I'm the special guest, if you couldn't guess. And I had misgivings about posting it because, I don't want people to think I'm proselytizing something. I'm not. It's a lot of times on forums and websites, they're like, no politics, no religion, right? You're just the base rule. You're not allowed to talk about that stuff. And so I was a little hesitant to post a video, but then I thought, you know what? I'm posting it as a music video. And so we got great responses and everything, but one person really liked it. And so they commented, how much they did, really liked the video, but then also they liked the ideas in the song. So I thought that was really interesting, and so they went online and they looked up this quote from Siddhartha Gautama, right? And they said, I found a really interesting quote from Sid, and here's what he said. So I'd like to share that. So this is what they found online. Really interesting, right? We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. And so I was like, wow, okay, cool. I'm trying not to be religious here, but I think at the same time, maybe they didn't see it as religious, right? It's just these thoughts coming from a great thinker from 2,500 years ago. So anyways, I looked at, I thought, wow, this is neat. I'm going to look up what he found, right? And I found a website called fakebuddhaquotes.com. And so apparently, this quote is from the Dhammapada, and it's a certain translation, right? We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. So on fakebuddhaquotes.com is an interesting website. I'm not going to say too much about the website itself, but the person said, well, this is kind of an interpretation. This is what it really says. Okay, this is Bodhipaksa. All experiences, or Dhamma, are preceded by mind. Manopubangama, having mind as their master. Manosetta, created by mind. Manomaya. Right? And so he said, that this version, we are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. That's not what it says. It says this. All our experiences are preceded by mind, having mind as their master, created by mind. So I thought that was interesting, that you can find quotes from the Buddha, and you got to be careful because they aren't always Buddha, right? And so this quote's interesting because it's not Buddha. It's from a Buddhist text, the Dhammapada, which is a really interesting text that has a lot of kind of basic Buddhist teachings in it. But just to be kind of careful with it, right? But you know what? I'm okay with this one. We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. And so I think one of the problems that the fake Buddha quotes guy has with it is that Dhammapada is a Pali text, right? It's more Theravada. And this one, we are what we think, this Thomas Byram one, I think makes more sense from a Mahayana perspective. Remember, I've talked about the mind-only school, and I talked about those three natures: the imagined nature, the interdependent nature, or other dependent nature, and the ultimate nature. And so this kind of acknowledges that a lot of what we see is imagined by me, that I'm part of it. What it's really made me think of is our speaker last week. And so Damian Erskine was our speaker, right? He's a bassist, world-class bassist and educator also. And so here's a quote that he may not have said during his talk last week, but this is the quote on his forum in his instructional site. The way you perceive something very heavily affects the reality it creates for you. That perception is everything. This isn't Buddhist necessarily, but me as a Buddhist bassist, this is what grabbed me. I was like, whoa, wow, yeah, that sounds like Buddhism, huh? The way you perceive something heavily affects the reality it creates for you. That perception is everything. So you think you're seeing reality, but actually you're receiving it because of your attitude, because of your perspective, because of your experiences, right? And so that's what he was talking about when he talked about how he doesn't like the term amateur. Because if I say, oh, I'm just an amateur, it implies not a professional, right? It has so many implications. The term amateur means you're not good enough yet, right? It means, oh, I want to be like that, but I'm not, right? Oh, those other people are better than me. I can't do that, right? And so really affects how you learn. And that was so great in his talk last week. And so please go back and watch that if you haven't watched it already, or even, watch it again. I'm sure you could go through each, again and again and learn something different. I tried to burn down this is me, right? Your attitude affects how you think or feel about things. Right? So that if I'm feeling grumpy and I don't want to cheer up, things are gonna tick me off. right? If I go into it grumpy and I'm kind of feel entitled to that grumpiness, right? I'm going to be grumpy. And so, this really my attitude has a strong impact on how I perceive things. Am I really seeing things the way they are, or is it colored by my attitude? So I was trying to think of an example, and I thought, have you ever, a lot of you maybe not, but maybe some of you, you post something like on YouTube. Have you ever gotten a thumbs down? Right? It's like on Facebook, you only get thumbs up. I mean, you can do other things, but there's no dislike button on Facebook. There is on YouTube. And so, to be honest, I have gotten some thumbs down. Here's one. This is from a few weeks ago, right? This is from our Dharma family service. And if you look down at the bottom, right, there's 2 thumbs up and a thumbs down. Oh, no. I remember my first thumbs down, just being so bummed out. What? Someone doesn't like it? Someone doesn't like me? How is that possible? Wow, what did I do wrong? Right? So that's one possibility, one possible reaction to a thumbs down. But I got some good advice from someone that is kind of really into YouTube. Thumbs down is good. You know why? You can't please everybody. Right? No, there's never going to be a time when everyone agrees with you, when everyone likes what you do, when everyone likes you. And it's less about you than it is about them. So the thumbs down actually shows a whole bunch of people watch this. 108 people watched this. What an auspicious number, huh? The 108 passions, right? The 3 poisons multiplied by 6 and by 3 and by all these different, the past, present, and future and all this stuff, right? So it kind of makes sense. Wow, how auspicious a screenshot, right? That 2 people liked it, 1 person didn't. Now, another possibility is sometimes people push the wrong button. Have you ever looked on reviews on Yelp or on, online, and there's like a 1-star review, but you read it and they're like, this place is great. They didn't understand how to vote, or they didn't even realize they voted. They just pushed a button without realizing, right? So that's a possibility. But maybe someone didn't like it. It's okay. It's good. It means a lot of people liked it and someone didn't. I've realized that's fine. So my initial reaction, oh no, someone doesn't like me. I can't believe it. More realistic reaction, of course somebody doesn't like me or didn't like this talk, right? You can't please everybody, right? And so the thumbs down can be changed from a thing to a positive, right? That I can understand the thumbs down as a good thing in a way, right? So that's, my perception of it. If I can realize my perception, I can maybe change my perception. Now, something really important to understand, this quote, we are what we think, all that we are rises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make the world. All our experiences are preceded by mind. Have mind as their master. They're created by mind. So part of what this is talking about is that if I do something negative, whether body, speech, or mind, if I have a negative mindset, negative results happen. If I can have positive mindset, positive results happen, positive things happen. So this is after that first section in the Dhammapada, this happens. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. This is also Dhammapada a few lines later, right? So this idea that my perception affects, my mind affects my perception of the world, right, also has this really interesting corollary, right? That when we engage in harmful behavior, whether anger and hatred or greed, right, or out ignorance, it brings about negative, harmful results, right? This is kind of basic karma theory in Buddhism. And so we can understand this as saying that if we find hatred, a lot of times if someone gets angry at me, the immediate response is, I'm going to get angry. I'm going to get more angry. I'm going to fight back. I'm going to fight and I'm going to win. All it does is create more anger. There's no way if I get angry that person's going to, oh yeah, you're right, sorry. No, it's just the anger. It's like flames catching in a dry, you know, field of summer brown grass that we're going to have here in California, right? And the fire just takes up more and more and more so fast, right? It's only by the absence of anger, right? By non-hatred that hatred is appeased. So this is a really, none of this is dogma, even though it looks like this is a law eternal. That's another thing I want to point out. That the thing with Buddhism is we don't hold on to this as like an absolute rule, because sometimes we do get angry, right? And sometimes maybe we need to work with that anger. It's not that I shouldn't get angry. It's more, I should realize that I'm angry, right? And then work with it from there. So I thought about the 3 Bs, and I think that be aware is part of this. Right? Try and be aware. Am I angry? Try and be aware. Is the way I'm thinking about this affecting my perception of it? Right? Is my attitude affecting what's happening? Right? So that to try and be aware of that. Be kind, right? Is corollary to non-hatred is the only way for hatred to be appeased, right? To be lessened. And that this kindness, right, is part, I think, a core message of Buddhism, core value of Buddhism. Right? So this awareness of myself, this awareness of my perception, my awareness of my role in all this, trying to be kind. But then be yourself is the third one. And that's the kicker. That's the one that puts everything, throws everything on its head to me. But that's also Shinshu. Jodo Shinshu, Shin Buddhism, throws a lot of what we think we know about Buddhism on its head. And so I wanted to share a gatha. We haven't sung this one in a while, but it's Amida Buddha is with me. This is the original version, right? And it's kind of small, I know, but once you hear it, you'll recognize it. And that's why over here, I tried to put the words a little bit bigger. And so I'm going to sing it. You can sing it along. I'll try not to go too fast, but that's more fun. So why don't we go and give it a try? Ready, go. Happy, happy, happy. When at play, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Amida Buddha is with me. Happy, happy, happy. When at work, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Amida Buddha is with me. Happy, happy, happy. When at school, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Amida Buddha is with me. Happy, happy, happy. When at church, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Amida Buddha with me. Right? This is classic Gatha, Yumi Hojo from, at least 50 years ago, I'm pretty sure. Right? And it's a great song. It's simple. Right? Amida Buddha is with me, whether I'm playing or at work or at school or at church. Right? And maybe knowing that, I can be happy. Maybe in any of these situations, if I can be happy, it'll affect how it goes. If I go to play and I'm grumpy, right, then maybe I'll not have fun. Maybe people won't want to play with me. Right. And so if I can be, maybe someone says, hey, you want to play? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't really, that's okay. But if I can be like, okay, yeah, let's do it, then maybe we can be happy and more happy. Right. So that my mindset affects how things turn out. But this other version of God, right? This is the new lyrics by Reverend Minister Emeritus Reverend Ken Fujimoto and his daughter Mina Fujimoto. And this one, right, I had to put more up on the screen here, right? Instead of happy, happy, happy every time, at work, I'm grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. At school, I'm dopey, dopey, dopey. It's hard, right? And at church, I'm sleepy, sleepy, sleepy because you have to wake up early, right? And so this is a different version. Why don't we give it a whirl? Happy, happy, happy. When at play, I'm happy. Happy, happy, happy. Amida Buddha is with me. Ready? Next one. Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. When at work, I'm grumpy. Grumpy, grumpy, grumpy. Amida Buddha is with me. And then school is dopey, 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 dopey. When at school, I'm dopey. Dopey, dopey, dopey. Amida Buddha is with me. And maybe you feel like this. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. When at church on Zoom, I'm sleepy. Sleep, sleepy. Amida Buddha is with me. This is be yourself Buddhism in a way, huh? Realizing, yeah, I'm grumpy when I'm at work. Yeah, at school, sometimes I feel dopey. It's really hard. I don't get it. When I go to church, sometimes I'm sleepy. Right? Amida Buddha is with you no matter how you feel. If you feel happy, grumpy, dopey, or sleepy, Amida Buddha is with you. Amida Buddha grasps you as you are. But sometimes when we realize that, maybe we flip back to this one, the previous one, right? We can be happy, happy, happy at play, work, school, and church. Or we can realize, be aware that I'm feeling grumpy or that I'm feeling dopey. Right? But I remember going to church once and, oh yeah, I locked myself out. This was when I was at Lodi and I was ringing the Kansho and I realized I locked myself out and I couldn't believe it. Stupid, stupid, stupid. How dopey, dopey, dopey. How could I have done that? I can't believe it. I have to walk all the way around. I was getting grumpy. I was feeling dopey, right? But then I met a member going in and they were like, hi, sensei. I was like, oh, hi, how are you? And they said hi with a smile. And I couldn't help all the grumpiness and dopiness washed away. Their smile woke up the happy, right? And so sometimes when we're alone, we can fall into these feelings as well. Huh? So that's maybe what's good about school. And I mean, yeah, work, school, and church, and play, that we can be with other people. And I know it's really hard right now during the pandemic, but wherever we are, whatever situation we're in, Namo Amida Butsu, right? That this is Amida Buddha with his wisdom and compassion, embracing us as we are, transforming us maybe even, right? So to be open to that, realize a lot of times my attitude affects the way things turn out and the way I see things. Right? And so if I can try and change that, that's a way to go. If I can't change it, even being aware of it helps. Right? And realizing Amida Buddha is part of this process too. So Buddhism, Amida Buddha can all help us be able to at least be aware of things the way I didn't maybe know before, right? And maybe even change me, transform me. So thank you, everyone. Why don't we conclude this Dharma talk with Namo Amida Butsu, the Nembutsu, reciting the Buddha's name. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Okay, I would like to turn things over to Hondo for announcements.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message. Today we're going to try something a little different. I think we're going to try sharing the flyers for the upcoming events that I'm going to be sharing. So here's our latest innovation in our service announcements here. So, okay, so the following announcements, they can be found on the BCA website, BuddhistChurchesOfAmerica.org. So up first here on Saturday, April 17th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we have 3 bishops. What is the future of Buddhism in the West? This is featuring Bishop Eric Matsumoto of the Honpa Honganji Mission of Hawaii, and Bishop Marvin Harada of the BCA, and Bishop Tatsuya Aoki of the Jodo Shinshu Buddhist Temples of Canada. And see, next we have on the next slide, on Saturday, April 24th, we have the Federation of Dharma School Teachers League 2021 conference. The keynote speaker is Piper Toyama, founding headmaster of the Pacific Buddhist Academy in Honolulu, Hawaii. It is the first Shin Buddhist high school to open outside of Japan. Since 2003, it's been there. Okay, great. And then next we have the 2021 BCA Youth Retreat event dates. So on Saturday, April 24th, the middle school session featuring a special interview with Kathy Ang, who voiced the character of Fei Fei in the Netflix animated movie Over the Moon. And then on July 12th to the 16th, we have the BYR, the BCA Youth Retreat. And on Saturday, November 6th, we have the BYR and Friends reunion event. So it sounds like a lot of fun. Make sure to check out these events on the BCA website again. That's the BuddhistChurchesOfAmerica.org if you want more information or want to learn about more upcoming events as well. So next, we'll move on to upcoming BCO events. And you can find more information about all these at our website, BuddhistChurchesOfOakland.org. So on Sunday, April 18th at 10 a.m., we have our Pets Memorial Service. Thank you to all who submitted cards in memory of your pet. And also, I'd like to talk about on Saturday, May 15th, from 2 to 4, we have our upcoming life enrichment program. This will be featuring Chen Sing Han, author of Be the Refuge, Raising the Voices of Asian American Buddhists. And she'll be in conversation with Dr. Funi Su, an assistant professor of American Studies in the Humanities Department at San Jose State University, as well as a member. I'm also excited to add that some members of our junior YBA will also be in discussion with Chen Sing and Funi. I think this will be a very interesting event, and so much of this book is focused on the kind of the youth, Asian American Buddhist youth, and sort of the future of Asian American Buddhism. So I think this will be a very interesting event, and I'm very excited about it. So please, visit the website if you'd like to sign up or register. And I think that's it for me. Thank you for attending today's Dharma family service. And also, if you would like to donate, the donation link is in the chat box. So thank you, everyone. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Hondo. We'd like to have the incense offering next. Can we make the incense the spotlight? Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Okay, thank you. Let me go back to my seat. Hey, it's supposed to be me. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Dharma family service. And the Shotsky service is available online if you want to watch that, the monthly memorial service. Otherwise, we hope to see you next week. Certainly visit our website, BuddhistChurchesOfAmerica.org, and